here. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite I Got Something to Say, but I'm going to protect you for one more week from spoilers, and then it's game on. This is your warning. One more week, and then I'm not going to be watching my tongue. Favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Jedi Rey. Since we looked at Stratotanker yesterday, and I gave you a little teaser as to how I felt about that straight out of the package, I'm going to do that with this one as well. This feels perfect. We're going to see if it holds up to that feeling, but out of the box, it is wowing. It is awe-inspiring. Let's get to the accessories so we can get to her. And of course she comes with an array of hands. 2 trigger finger hands, left and right. 2 lightsaber holding hands, left and right. It is like a closed circle that bothers some people. It can bother me from time to time, but usually I'm okay with it. And then 2 relaxed hands or force feeling hands or whatever you can think of. She comes with the gun that Han gave her. We have the nice silver paint on there and good sculpt, as well as the black glossy paint on the grip. That fits in her holster here. And she holds it just fine, but you do have the finger in the safety position. That bothers some people. It doesn't bother me. She comes with the lightsaber hilt and one with the blade without the white plastic rod through the center of the translucent blue, which I think is the way they should be doing it. Now, to get her to hold the lightsaber, it seems like this one without the blade, you have to just tuck into the closed fist and just get it down as far as you can, because I guess this is more of like offering the blade over to Luke. So I get it, but I wish you could have her kind of hold it where you would like her to hold it, so to speak. As far as the other one, this actually disconnects in the middle, so you can have one hand holding the bottom of the lightsaber, and then you can take the other hand and have it holding the top of the lightsaber, and then you can put them together. Ooh, don't break it though. It's small. Oh, and it's grooved, so make sure you have it right. And then she can, use 2 hands to wield it, so to speak. And unfortunately, nothing on the belt to hang the lightsaber off, at least that I can find, which is a bit unfortunate. She comes with her satchel. It's really well sculpted and painted. We have the base brown and then some shading throughout. Then we have the darker brown for the straps, the silver, and we have a different type of shading for the netting there. And then all the straps are all completely painted. Everything is shaded. It's really, really, really well done. To get her satchel on, we just pop the head off of the ball peg. We'll take a look at that now. It's a double ball peg from the head into the neck. So that's well done. And then we want to come up and over, so to speak. And it sits really naturally on the buck of the figure. So I don't have a whole lot of complaints about that. And lastly, she comes with an additional angry face. I don't feel like it's as effective as the plain face, but it's not terribly done either. It's unfortunately, in some regard, it's better. The hairline is better, which we'll talk about when we get to the other one. But I feel like the teeth are a little off. The expression is a little funky. Like this lip is kind of curling down and to the left, which isn't the biggest deal in the world, but it can be a bit off-putting. I like that they included it. I'm just not crazy about how specific the expression is. So let's talk about the figure. It's extremely well done. Let's zoom in on the face. The face sculpt is beautiful. And the dot matrix paint applied to it is perfect. One of the best I've seen. Now, the only problem is along the hairline there, we didn't finish the strokes of the brush, so to speak. But other than that, very little complaints. Now, the problem with this type of figure in terms of character design is that they apply the dot matrix paint to the face, which has some shading to it naturally, and then you don't get that on the neck or chest, which is a bit off-putting. But the arms look fine. So let's back out and continue. The hair doesn't get in the way. It's a little bit softer, and it's completely shaded throughout. Head is on a double ball peg into the neck. The neck is on a single, it might be a double, into the torso. So the range of motion on the head is picture spot on perfect. Now, for the arms, really smart and clever stuff. They basically use a butterfly joint, but the cut joint for the butterfly kind of sheath is inside of the wraps here, so the disbelief of the joint cut is completely hidden for the most part, allowing you to get the arms fairly far across and in front of the chest. No complaints there. As for the shoulder engineering itself, it's a ball hinge that goes into a ball peg or connected to a ball peg that connects into the torso. So it all works well. You get the arm all the way up to here. It swivels all the way around. No bicep swivel. You do get some at the shoulder, and then you do get some at the elbow. It is a bit limited in that regard, though. It's like not much of a degree at all, just as a heads up. Now, for the wraps, they're all painted clean and sculpted well. And the elbow is on a ball hinge that gets you way past 90 degrees and extremely clean. So no issues there. The wrists are on ball hinges as well. They swivel at both the forearm and the wrist, so you can get, this joint here is a little stiff, but you can get up, down. Let's do the other one. That one's a little tight. I might have to heat that one up. Or in, out. And then we can just turn it and get the up, down. And watch for the gauntlets, because they do restrict the articulation a little bit too. But speaking of the gauntlets, they are extremely well painted. We have we have actually a light brown with the dark brown added to it, and then we have the light brown with a lighter brown added to the middle, and then the light brown strap around it, so all that is well painted. We have the torso, which is all digitally sculpted, at least the kind of main body part, but it looks good enough, and it looks, cohesive, so it works. That's painted brown. These are an extra piece that are glued on. They're probably just, produced in this gray. Double ball peg from the chest into the torso. There's no plastic here for the abdomen itself, which allows you a lot more range, and then they use this soft piece of plastic to cover down on the joint, so it's really quite brilliant, and you get tons of articulation out of it. Pretty much anything your little heart could desire. We have these bits that hang down below. They're all soft plastic. The only one that's going to get in your way is this one because of the loop, but still pretty decent range of motion, and you can get this one a little further out. Now, I don't know if these, they also drop down. So they're drop down T-jointed ball joints, and you get all the way out to there, and then, let's see, forward to there. So I say that's pretty good. Now, let's see what we're doing here. It swivels around the ball joint, so that's well done. And then we have our thigh swivel, and then we have a knee on a single ball hinge. That's well done as well, and fairly clean for what it is. The pants are all sculpted and shaded and painted. Or not painted, but shaded. So I'm good with that. And the wrinkles look brilliant. Same for the other side. Now, we have the boots. It's a dark brown with a dark brown shading on top. It looks beautiful. Beautiful. It looks like a real boot. It's crazy. And they're all sculpted and wrinkled and such, and that looks great. Then we have what feels like a double ball peg, but I'm not even sure. The range of motion is crazy. So you get an ankle tilt up, an ankle tilt down, and a decent rocker on it with a toe hinge, and the bottom is painted black. The toe hinge is a little far up the foot, but I don't think it'll bother you in person. And then the brown straps here are painted, and then the little rope pieces are painted around it, and there's the figure from the back. It is pretty spectacular with just a few hiccups along the road, but it is definitely SH Figuarts at their best. There she is next to the Hasbro Rey, and the Hasbro Rey is not a bad figure. It just comes down to what they're able to do with the natural movements because of the joints aren't as clunky, and the fact that the head sculpt and paint is infinitely better. I do like that the Hasbro one came with a staff. That's kind of a shortcoming of this Rey, but looking at the two of them next to each other, I mean, let's zoom in a taste. I mean, come on. That's like when your buddy shows up with their new girlfriend and says, "What do you think, man?" And you're like, Yeah, she seems very nice. I mean, are you happy? And there she is next to the SH Figuarts Kylo Ren from Last Jedi, and I gotta say, I love that. I think it looks great. I'll tell you, this guy has really grown on me. I know a lot of people were upset with the face sculpt. I wasn't. I was upset with some of the paint on the face and the way that the hair looks. I just think it's challenging to do, but on a shelf, he's looked great. Even though I've given you a skit, I'll show you a bit of that too right now. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I'm gonna save that for Thursday. Stick around for Thursday. We'll show it then. Final thoughts wise, let's talk about the issues real quick. Getting the swivel out of the arm is a little bit more complicated than I would prefer. You could have put the cut joint right in there at the ribbons, and that would have been fine. And I think it would have given you a little bit more versatility in how you manipulate the arm. I wish she came with a staff for the accessory. I feel like that's an oversight. Like, she definitely uses the staff a lot in The Last Jedi, so, why not include it? And that paint mishap on the forehead is a little unfortunate, but I'm sure your mileage will vary. All in all though, a fantastic figure, great articulation, sculpt, paint, build, presence, and quality. It is a cut above the rest. It is what you want when you purchase an SH Figuarts. It is what your previous experience, their reputation, and what you desire in a figure all meet at the same place at the same time. It's one of the best figures of the year for me. It's a strong recommend if you're into the character or the design. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.